friends, my name is Joey. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a really quick video using the Key Lime Pie Bargain Bead Box for this month. It's going to be different from what I normally do on my channel. I normally like to lay out all of the supplies and all the beads and findings from the box and like look at everything and then do a couple of designs. But I've been really sick, so has my son. I'm just getting back to work, and so I have to tell you a little story, and I'm going to pop some pictures up on the screen. I have been playing in my mind with a really cool way to do a minimalist chic pair of earrings. And I had some findings that are gold filled, these little ball post earrings and the little 14 karat gold filled earring back and some gold filled chain. And if you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, they have a sister website called Bead Box Bargains. When you subscribe to Bargain Bead Box, you get a 30% coupon on your packing slip that's good all month long, over and over again, for 30% off anything you want to buy on the website. So I had these pink tourmaline faceted crystals that were a closeout deal from Bead Box Bargains, and I wanted to do this like minimalist chic pair of earrings. So I will pop some pictures up because this is not a great way to see this design, but what's so cool about it is you have a chain or a drop that hangs on the front of your ear, and then on the back of your piercing attached to the earring back is another chain, and then you can decorate the chain any way that you want. So this was my little prototype pair, and I had been shopping actually while I was sitting in the hospital with my son. I was searching for earring backs that had a little loop on them, and I actually found some that are actually meant for drooping ears. So I'll pop up some pictures and I'll put a link to those in the description box. But what came in the Key Lime Pie box is actually quite perfect for this. So these are 18 karat gold plated brass half circle earring studs, and they have this little earring back, the classic old-fashioned earring back. And let me show you what I'm going to do. This one's going to be a little bit different than my gold filled pair. So I used the crackle glass beads. I just love crackle glass, and these were such high quality. I've actually never seen a crackle glass bead looking so good. It has the look of a gemstone. And there were gorgeous little spacers in the box, and I made a little component, and then I used the stainless steel curb chain that was in the box and kind of did a little bit of a beaded chain. And then all the way on this end is a little jump ring attached to the earring back, and it just goes in the earring like that. So this one is a little bit different. I left the chain connected. So let's make the other earring to this. And I'll tell you, as I was working on this, I was thinking how many different possibilities there are for this earring, because once you have your jump ring on the earring back, you could put more chains on this jump ring. You could do it longer, you could do it shorter. Same thing here, you could add more chains on the front. So this one I quite like for travel, because in your little suitcases and when you pack, these little earring bags are the kind of thing that can get lost when you travel. But I quite love this one because the earring back, it stays attached, where this one, I still have two separate pieces. But this is super easy. Anybody can do this. So I'm going to take one of those crackle glass beads from our box, and I have a piece of 20 gauge wire here, and I'm going to use my trusty one-step looper, the smallest size, the 1.5 millimeter, and just put a simple loop in this wire. I like to always start with a nice smooth piece of wire, even when I'm just doing simple loops. So it looks like that, and then I'm going to thread on, whoops, I need a spacer bead. Look how gorgeous. These were my favorite beads that were in the box. This is not my favorite color scheme, but I do love this crackle glass, and my favorite beads in the box were these crystal faceted cubic cylinder beads in this champagne color, and I absolutely adore these. Look like little gumdrops. These are so beautiful. They were 4mm, and they're called bell beads, but they're just like little teeny tiny gumdrops. They were so cute. So those were my favorite. These were my favorite beads in the box. My little cat is frisky this morning. She has gotten a little toy out of her toy basket, and she's meowing and running with it in her mouth like a little dog. She's so cute. Okay, so my first little component is done, and I'm just going to build the earring. So I'm going to open that simple loop and attach it right to this half circle post. I just love this idea. It's very simple, but it's minimalist chic in my book. And that is a style that for me is just timeless. I don't always feel like a dramatic earring or a big chunky earring, but you know, it's just so pretty. And then I have cut my links of chain to match this earring. So I have 3 links, and then here I can't pick it up, my longer link for the back. So I cut them because it's earrings. I cut them when I started to make them. And then I'm going to open this other simple loop and just add in this little 3 link of chain. And you know, these are pretty small, so I mean, we always want to close our loops really well, but it's really, when you're adding small chain to a simple loop, it's really important to make sure your loops are closed. And then I have my first component already made, and I did the same exact thing with my one-step looper, those little cylindrical crystals with a spacer bead in the middle and a simple loop on each end. And so, you know, this is mostly a connecting project. And you can do your simple loops with your pliers, of course. I just am a fan of the one-step looper. But if you can do a simple loop, and if you can open and close a jump ring, you can do this project. It's so easy. Okay, and then I'm going to come to this side and add in 3 more links of chain. And I'm not giving you guys measurements, which I know drives some of you crazy. I just kind of eyeball things, and I make my jewelry with my heart. But obviously you can modify this design. As I said, you could add more chains to your earring back and have more drama. You could do it longer, shorter, you know, like whatever suits you. Can't get in here to close this simple loop. I'm still a little bit weak from being sick and just desperate to get back to work. I just really missed my work, and I missed chatting with all of you underneath the videos. So I'm going to create another component, and it's the same thing. My next one is my little gumdrop component. So just a simple loop. And then I'm going to feed on this little bead with the fatter side in the middle, and then one of those little spacer beads. And I just love that look. I'm definitely going to go. I get an email every month when Bargain Bead Box has the box extras on their sister website, and I definitely want more of these, and I definitely want more of those crystals. Just those were my favorite beads in the box. Okay, so I'm just going to get this last little component made and attach it to this last section of chain. And then my long section of chain gets attached here. And like I said, this is like super easy. Anybody could do this. And you have this, I think, really like fine jewelry look, and very just chic and elegant and a little bit different, but not crazy. And then I use the same 20 gauge wire that I use for all my components, and I make my jump rings. So I'm just going to open this and attach it to the earring back. So I'm just going to go through that loop of the earring back and then bring my chain around, straighten it out. This would even be pretty if you made your own chain, because this is just curb chain, but this would be really pretty if you even use a really decorative chain. And so like I said, if you like this design and you want to change it up, this jump ring here, whatever, you could make this jump ring larger. For me, that was kind of the sweet size, but there's space on that jump ring that you could do another chain if you wanted to have 2 or 3 chains even, or 3 different links coming from behind your ear. And like I said, I've done a couple of different patterns here, a couple of different styles. This one, the chain is connected to the earring back. On these, my earring back, you know, is a separate piece, and so you have a drop coming from the front of your ear and from the back. I just love it. I think it's so beautiful. So this quick and easy little design is done. I'll put some better pictures up at the end, and I will definitely put these in my next try on video, because I've already been wearing this pair. This is my favorite, but they are absolutely beautiful when they're on the person. So you'll see these in my try on video that's going to be coming up pretty soon. I thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad to be back at work. Forgive my voice, and I'll edit out the coughing. We're on the road to recovery in my household, but this has been a really serious sickness, and I've heard from so many of you around the world with this flu that it was really bad for you too. So I know that a lot of you know exactly where I'm at right now, but I'll put links in the description box. I have a discount code to Bargain Bead Box, and I always say I don't know how jewelry makers can live without it. It's such an amazing value, from the shipping cost to the cost of the box to how much you get in the box, plus the 30% discount on their wonderful website. And there's always a list of my favorite tools in my description boxes as well, and I will link the earring backs that I found that are for droopy ears as well. I have not received mine yet, or I would show them to you, but I will put a link to what I found. If you like this design, I think this would be a wonderful design if you sell online or at craft fairs or anything like that. It would be a really wonderful design. So I hope everybody's safe and well and having fun on your beading mats. Ciao, friends.